Nobody. David is blessed beyond blessed. But to get to this leg in David's journey, and to befall such, was a rug pull. David calls Uriah and he tells Uriah, go lay down with your wife. And he sends him away with all this food. He says, I want to congratulate you. Like most people, they'll call you to them and make it look like it's good intentions. Like they love you, friend. David is interacting with Uriah as a father would interact with a son. This is Uriah's hero. And he actually calls him into his kingdom face to face and sits with him and congratulates him face to face. Uriah feels blessed. This is a Samuel coming to Jesse's house situation for Uriah. And David says, you're doing great. I called you here because everybody speaks so highly of you, because we know you want to be part of this group. And I just want to give you a pat on the back and say, as a Hittite, I look at you just as an Israelite. That's basically what David is saying. Don't you know that there are Israelites that wish that they were before David like Uriah is? There are Israelites that don't even get this treatment. But Uriah is getting it. And Uriah could leave and feel lucky and let it get to him. And he could do as David has established for him. He could leave the king's presence with a boatload of food and go and lay with his beautiful wife. Bathsheba had to be a stunner. Friend, Bathsheba had to be a stunner. I mean, I'm sure Israel has some stunners. I'm sure of it. Bathsheba had to be top of the line stunner. The king could have anybody. He leaves and sleeps at the gate. Shares the abundance of food that David gave him so that he could go lay down with Bathsheba and parlay all night and all morning. He doesn't even go to Bathsheba. He controls himself, sleeps at the gate, and allows the other Israelite people amongst him to partake of such. Uriah, being a Hittite, doesn't make him a fool. Couldn't have been foolish. To be foolish would have been to go lay up with Bathsheba. But Uriah's following something in him. Tells him, don't do that. No. We're going to lay right here at this gate where everybody can see. Because we live in a time where rumors are everything. We're not going to leave anything up to chance. Everybody's going to see me at this gate. And anybody that wants to come and partake of this food can have so. They will know that I gave this food to all of my brethren. Because I'm already a Hittite in a system that I cannot be grafted into. And my brethren that are on the front line will feel some kind of way about this. David hears about it. And he says, okay, bring Uriah back up in here. Uriah comes before the king again. And the king says, why didn't you go home? Why didn't you go lay up with your wife? And Uriah said unto David, the ark and Israel and Judah abide in tents, and my lord Joab and the servants of my lord are encamped in the open fields. Shall I then go into mine house to eat and to drink and to lie with my wife? As thou livest, and as my soul liveth, I will not do this thing. Who does this remind us of? David. When he got the beautiful house built by the grand architect Hiram. And he's like, how can I rest in this beauty and abundance? And the Ark of the Covenant is sitting amongst tents. This is the same thing. God is showing David through Uriah himself, but not as an Israelite. God is saying, I know how you treat those that you see as your brethren or those that you feel I will punish you for. But how do you treat those that you think I won't punish you for? That exhibit the same character that you yourself exhibit. Am I a God that is bound by particular demographics? Am I a God that is bound by a particular vine? This is what God is asking of David. How do you treat people when you feel like you can? How do you treat people when you feel like there won't be any retribution? What do you do when you want your selfish needs met out of jealousy, envy, greed, lust, and all the other very demons of such category and caliber? How do you deal with people when you're looking to bask in the glow of such demons and you want your needs met at that level? When you feel like your lusts override your logic, what do you do? What do you do when you feel like the substance that you've been granted is not enough and you want more? And God has put you in an executor or an executive position to manage stuff. How do you handle it? Are you undermining and conniving? Or are you righteous and whole? You say you are so holier than thou and you are so aligned to me. Show me through your actions who you are. I want to see what decisions you make when you are posed at the crossroads of your own decisions and your own desires. What do? And David, the whole time this man is speaking righteousness to him, probably didn't hear one word that Uriah said because he was thinking of thoughts on how he could sabotage him. Instead of equating what Uriah was saying to the righteous aspects that is within his own self, he's lining them up. And he's saying, okay, this is a dedicated one. He's dedicated, okay. I'm going to have Joab put him on the front line. Okay, we're already going to war with the Philistines. I'm going to have Joab put him on the front line, and that'll do it. Nobody will know. And that's what he does. He uses the righteous nature of this man against him. He uses the love that this man had for the house of Israel and for the house and for him against him. He sends Uriah away with a note that seals his own fate. He knows Uriah is so righteous in his character. He knows Uriah respects him so much that he would never open that note and read it. The king writes a letter commanding Joab to put Uriah at the front line of the next heated battle that they have. That means I want Uriah to be the one that gets struck. There's no way he's not going to get struck. Put him out there first. Let him be on the front line of the next heated battle. And he folds the letter up and gives it to Uriah. And says, make sure Joab gets this. I'm entrusting this letter with you. How cold is that? Friend, that's the coldest thing. Cold. And Uriah does as he's commanded. Grabs the letter, tarries on back to the war, gives Joab the letter, and goes back to being a warrior, prepping himself for the next war in defending the king and the people. Nobody would know about this. Surely Joab would know that the king would tell